Well, it's an interesting night for the retired revamper. My dogs decided to give me a new project to do. I was working on some videos I wanted to get published and things like that, but my dogs decided to give me something to do instead. Let me show you. We have an automatic pool cleaner. It's a Nautilus CC Plus by Dolphin, and we've had this little thing for about 2 years. Works terrific. I love being able to throw this thing in the pool and it cleans it up and keeps me from brushing and having to do quite so much. We had taken it out of the pool today, like we always do, set it aside, and the dogs decided to find the power cord. And they decided to help themselves to chew up the power cord to this device. And it's got a unique little connection to it with multiple pins on the bottoms that screw in to a watertight connector here, and then has this little plate that they touch so that it gets connectivity. Well, I'm going to see what I can do to repair this thing, make it watertight again. Luckily, they did it right here at the end of the cord and left me a whole bunch of cord, and that's the control box down there on the floor. So, welcome to the shop, and let's see what we can do with it. All right, we're gonna see what we can do here. I showed you these 3 pins here. I'm kind of done with that for the moment. I don't want to hurt that thing. Make a little room here. Clear some tools out of the way. One of these days, I'll give you a full video on how I built this table and what it looks like. But anyway, they really chewed through it. So I'm going to readjust the camera and get you guys down in here where you can actually see what's going on. Okay, the lighting's not the best in the world because I didn't really plan on doing this tonight, but let's see what we can do. First thing I want to do is try to open up this waterproof cover just a little bit in here and see what I got to work with. So we'll get in here. I don't think right now I need my safety glasses or anything else. I think I can just do what I need to do for the moment. And let's get in here and see what we got to work with. Looks like it's just a standard cable in here. Who knows, the dogs may have done me a favor by taking that thing apart. I'm doing a quick cut in. I know I got this done, and but looking at the video, I saw my arm, and before anybody out there thinks I have leprosy or God knows what is attacking me, I got into some poison oak or some poison ivy, and it just played a number on my arm. The good old dermatologist gave me special cream to put on it. So hopefully this will all be healed up pretty good. It's doing really good right now, but that's what you're looking at. So don't worry, don't call EMS. I'm fine. Thanks. But I think that's a machined part there. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot I can do with that area right there. I'm going to open it up just a little bit more. Because I don't want to break that seal right here if I'm going to try to reuse this thing. Here. Trim around this. Just like doing good old structured cable that I spent the last God knows how many years doing, 30. All right. You can see how blue the cable was before the chlorine got to the whole thing here. All right, well, let's cut that off. Let me find my old snips here. I wasn't really organized to do this, but I thought it would make a hell of a good video. All right. So it's definitely broke now, I'd say. All right, well, I'm going to pause the video here because I got to get out some other tools and pieces of equipment so we can figure out how to put this back together. Okay, I think I've come up with a plan. I'm going to see how this works so we can put this thing together. I got them cleaned up, got the 2 ends cleaned up. This is our watertight connector for the connection, I added a piece of PVC pipe about 10 inches long right here. And what I'm going to do with that is when I get this all connected back together with the wires, I'm going to slide this up and cover them wires like that. And I'm going to silicone, fill the ends of this thing with silicone so hopefully water can't get up in there. And that should hopefully take care of the problem. So we'll see how it works. Of course, comment if you think there would have been a better idea, a better way to do this. But just want to try to make sure it's somewhat watertight and we can do what we need to do, because I need to get this thing operational, because I hate cleaning a swimming pool. All right, well, let's get after it. What I'm going to do with these wires, I'm going to get them in a really good position and twist them together in the center like that, just like that. And that way they've got a good thing, but because they'll have plenty of continuity in it for what this thing is. Let's see if my old soldering iron's hot here. Yes, she is. Been a long time since I had to do any soldering. When I was in the Army, they actually made us go to like a precision soldering course. And of course, that's all fine and dandy, except I don't have all them fine tools here at the house. I've got this old Radio Shack, if y'all remember what that is. Yeah, that works good. That works pretty good, I think. That works pretty good. All right, well, let's go ahead and get them all soldered. So, let me unplug the old soldering iron here. I'm gonna go hang it out of the way over here because I don't want to accidentally reach up and touch that thing. And as you can imagine, I probably made that mistake and gotten burned by that soldering iron. Alrighty then. Give them all a good tug. That feels pretty good. Let's get our heat shrink in place. All right, we got our heat shrink in place. Let's put the heat shrink gun to it and put it on high. And believe it or not, I know it says DeWalt on that battery, but this is not a DeWalt heat shrink gun or a heat gun. This is, I can't even say it. I'll have to show you the name in the camera. I can't even pronounce it. And, but for what I need it for and for what it cost off Amazon, it was a jewel. It gets nice and hot and does what I need it to do. There you go. Yeah, whatever the name of that thing is. Bag, find my tool stuff. And I think so it's not bouncing around inside that little wire. We're going to throw some good old electrical tape on it. Start right up here. And the big thing with electrical tape, when you're doing stuff like this, don't try to yank it too tight. Just run it around, because if you've ever put on electrical tape too tight, you know how the ends will come loose. They get a little bit of humidity and dirt and everything under the ends, and then the next thing you know, you got all these loose ends sticking out everywhere. So, but with my typical disclaimer, this is what works for me. All right. Look at that. It's starting to come together. Starting to look like something again. All right, let's see if we can get this head put back together. I'll worry about that pipe in a second. All right, that goes down in there. I think this is going to wind up being like one of those 2 a.m. I got nothing better to do than watch this video in the middle of the night. All right, now let's see what it looks like. Yeah, we're cooking with gasoline. Oh yeah, that's set up nice. That way none of that stuff will go anywhere, okay? Now we can take our head, and the way this head works is it's got gas seals on it, everything else, and we just put it back in there, and we got to screw it back on again. Like that. And this will also help make sure that those rubber gaskets down there are getting seated properly. Let me find my good old channel locks here. There, you know, my tools were not rusted until I moved back to Houston. The damn salt water. Look at my poor tools. I swear. But anyway. All right. Got those 2 rubber washers sealed back up. Now we've got this loose piece of cord here we got to deal with. And that's why I put on this piece of PVC. I'm going to slide it up to there. And I think what I'm going to do is leave a little bit of gap so that it can move here. And I'm going to fill this end and this end with silicone. Let it dry overnight, and then we'll see what we got going in the morning. I'm sure you're not interested in watching me fight with silicone and get it all over the table and everything else, so I guess what I'll do is just sign it off for tonight, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Hey, I'm back. I wanted to give an update on the blue cable that got chewed through by Maddie. I think Darla's put her in timeout and doggy jail right now because of what she did. I did my repair on it and it actually worked, but I got on the phone and talked to the factory service techs today, and I had a really nice girl on the phone, and she said, well, you're still under warranty. And I said, but a dog chewed through it. She said, well, that's okay. We're going to give you a one-time. If you'll ship the unit back to us, we'll do a factory replacement with a new cable and get it right back out to you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pack this jewel up. We're going to send it off to the factory and let them replace the cable and get it back to us. So we'll keep you updated when it returns and hopefully show you what it looks like. Maybe I'll get a brand new cable, everything out of it. It's going to be great.